With Randolph football coach Brent Brown and quarterback Jake Beaver. I'm Matt Spielman, Post-Journal sports writer, and we're going to talk about some of what's Randolph's gone through this season as they head into their semifinal against Maple Grove this weekend. Brent, you've been on the staff a long time and the head coach for a couple of years. Has this season been more of a challenge than a lot? There's probably years where you may have won fewer games, but with the injuries and the level of play you're playing, has this been a tough season?
Yeah, and in the past, I don't even think it crossed our mind, what if this person got hurt or that person got hurt, because the years, that we had good years, it just never happened. And this year, we have been bit by the injury bug. It's been tough. We've had different lines in there, different backs in there, and it's really been hard to get some continuity going. We are about as healthy as we've been all year long right now, and we played real well last weekend, so hopefully we're straightening things out.
Is part of that numbers these last couple of years where when a guy does get hurt, you really notice it more?
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody's feeling that, though, not just us. We're in a groove right now where we've got 2 or 3 real small classes coming. So our numbers, we're going to be in this situation for a little bit.
Jake, as players, have you guys felt the roller coaster of this season? You go through the season schedule and there's 2 wins in a row once and 2 losses in a row once, but it's win-loss every week. Does it feel like after one game you're wheeled down and then all of a sudden you're reeled up the next week?
Yeah. Depends on which team shows up, really. We have our good weeks and then we have our bad weeks. And, yeah.
Did it feel like you got away with one? That early game against Portville, if you look back at that now and that's a loss, that'd be a big difference on the season if that's
that was an overtime game. But again, that was a week 1. We lost our middle backer and our fullback, and we lost the lineman. So now you go into week 2, you're changing guys around, trying to get other guys in there. And we're glad we won that one.
Have you seen a bigger improvement in certain, other than health? Is defense come on more than offense, or is it just?
Well, that's it. When you get everybody back in their spots, and now it's been a couple of weeks, things do start to look better, and you do start playing better defense. I thought we had probably our best week of practice last week, and our defense looked real good. And then on the first play of the game, we gave up a 68-yard touchdown run. But we did pull it together.
You guys lost that first game to CSP pretty bad. After the season comes to an end and you see that's who you're playing for the playoffs, is that a positive thing where you think, let's get back at those guys, more than a negative?
Yeah, I think so, because we probably had our worst game of the year versus them, and we had a few injuries that week, and coverage was an issue that week, and then we switched up our coverage, so I thought we had a better shot versus them the second time.
Brent, how important was that bounce back game against Frewsburg, knowing the week after that you're going to play Maple Grove and it's going to be real tough for confidence and everything against
We played well against Frewsburg. As bad as we covered the week before, we did get a couple of guys back, and we had a real good week of practice that week, and that was a big one because no one had really stopped them, and our kids did a good job executing, and we got a win there. That was big.
Does this offense look a lot different when you have Sam and Dylan back there as opposed to?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Jake, last couple games, I think I was at the Frewsburg game, you had 3 interceptions. Last week you had a big interception to kind of seal it. Have you been having just as much fun playing defense as you have behind center the last couple weeks?
Yeah. Versus Frewsburg, I was just it was summer league, passing league all over again. Just stay over the top and pick off some passes, and it's been fun.
Brent, we shied away this long enough, but for any chance Friday, what needs to happen?
Well, Friday's a tough draw. What happened the last time we met. I think we're better than we were then. Offensively, Maple Grove has 2 real good backs, and the Benson kid is extremely tough to tackle. He breaks a lot of tackles, so defensively we got to tackle. We got to do our jobs. We got to stay home. And if you do that and slow them down at all, then you got to be able to score. And Greco's put together a good bunch defensively. They don't give up many points. We will have to play a lot like we did last week and try to hold the ball, keep their offense off the field, and we'll have to be physical. We'll have to play physical. Their team is not very big, but they play very, very fast and very, very aggressive. And we have to match that for sure. All 11 guys on both sides of the football have to match that.
All right, that'll do it for this week's edition. And next week we'll be coming to you from New Era Field with some sectional final previews.